So now we'll go to Revelations chapter 14. We can see a little bit more about these 144,000. Okay. All right. Revelation 14, verse 1. And I looked. He's still talking about John. He says, he beheld. Now he said, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. Okay, so if you've been with the Bible study, I explained in the Resurrections video about the book of Revelations, chapters 1 through 11. Then it starts over, 11 through 22. Okay, so we just talked about chapter 7, the 144,000. So now, in the second half of the book of Revelation, 11 through 22. So in chapter 14, it's giving more details of that same time period, which we talked about. We just read in chapter 7. Okay, so in verse 1, he said, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with them 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. Now we're back to the 144,000, right? In verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne. Okay. Now, I just want to go back to verse 1. Mount Zion. Now that's the Mount Zion in heaven. Okay, that's not saying down on the earth. He said this is the scene in heaven. Okay, that John's seeing. Okay, so in verse 3, and they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Okay, so you see this heavenly scene. John's look, right? John's looking. He's seeing this. He's got Jesus is there with him. The 144,000. They're all sealed, right? And you see the harpers harping on their harps, the voice, and they sung a song. So the 144,000. They're singing this song. Okay. And no one could learn that song but the 144,000 that were redeemed from the earth. Okay, so this is this. Talk about a choir, this mass choir, 144,000, right?